Monday Night Raw. Where do I begin? From the start. So we open Monday Night Raw with Rhea Ripley coming out to the ring. She's got the big entrance. The crowd's going crazy for her. So Rhea Ripley says, "Welcome to Monday Night Mommy." Now that Raquel and the Judgment Day are behind her, she can move on to basically the championship. What else is she going to do? So out comes Io Sky. Io trying to learn English, so I give her that. All right. She basically says she's here to fight the best. I mean, she the one with the championship, but so she ends up challenging Rhea Ripley to a championship match at Evolution. Rhea accepts, although she says, "Just remember, you asked for it." Basically, okay. What'd you think about this segment?
This segment was awkward, garbage, and didn't really care for it. It started off okay, Rhea Ripley welcoming everyone to Monday Night Mommy, and then Io Sky coming out to get a quick pop. But the moment she opened her mouth on that mic, that crowd went silent. They're like, what is she saying? This sounds like she was trying to remember her lines, but she just kept messing up. Then when she was, I guess, feeling nervous, she started speaking in Japanese or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the crowd, of course, was just cheering, just to cheer, because they was going by Io Sky's reaction, with her little head shaking and everything. This whole segment was just thrown out the window. She said she wants the rest of the best, and honestly, I was hoping Stephanie Vaquer to come out too to interrupt, because let's be honest here, she is the best. Nothing against Rhea Ripley, I'm a fan of hers, but if we're gonna be honest here, look, come on, Stephanie Vaquer or Rhea Ripley, who are we gonna go for?
Well, it's Evolution 2. They know the first one didn't do well.
Yeah, that thing was garbage.
So they're trying to, we would have had Liv Morgan versus Nikki Bella for the nostalgia, entry. And then I guess if the plans are still the same, you got Rio versus Io. Or Rhea versus Io. Excuse me. And we pretty much know that either this is 50-50 long booking, where, remember Rhea dropped the championship to Io on a random Netflix
right
Raw episode, and then here we are, fast forward, random, where Io challenges Rhea so that she could defend her championship.
Well, yeah,
against Rhea.
She haven't defended over 30 days, so it's like, what are we doing? We already know, most likely Rhea's going to win this belt in Evolution. And then it's going to be back of the line for Io Sky. And now we're going to see more Rhea Ripley. And everyone has been complaining how she hasn't been wrestling. Honestly, this year is the most she has wrestled.
So she wrestled like 2 matches this year?
No. She did what? She did a few on Raw, which was shocking.
Uh-oh.
And then pay-per-view,
She's probably wrestled like 4 times.
Probably 7. I don't know.
I mean, that's still nothing. We're like halfway through the year.
At least she's wrestling now. But, okay. I mean, they didn't even give Io a fair title reign anyways. She was just holding the belt just to sake to hold the belt. Because I'm pretty sure she was supposed to lose at WrestleMania 41. But it would have made no sense. Because remember, Rhea Ripley was never supposed to be in the match. They just put her in there just because the crying to be in the match, whatever. Which really, they could have just left her out.
All right, we're giving this segment way too much attention because this was nothing.
Moving on, we have a backstage segment. Honestly, this segment right here was hilarious. I love it. We had AJ Styles running into Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio is out with an ankle injury, and he even had the doctor's note to prove it to AJ Styles, because AJ Styles thinks Dominic Mysterio is being a punk.
Definitely a chicken heel. Okay, he hit him with the old school doctor's note.
I loved it.
Yo, this was actually funny. Like, honestly, everything Judgment Day related on this episode was actually the best parts of the show.
Right.
Everything else was just on the show. But yeah, this was funny. AJ Styles takes out his reading glasses.
Because Dominic said, take out your reading glasses so you can see the note, Grandpa.
He's looking over at Dom's like, yo, you see? You see? And he
Tapping
says,
the
yeah.
doctor's note.
He's like, AJ's like, yeah, it says right here. The doctor's calling Dom a punk ass. Yeah, it was too funny. But yeah, so look forward to seeing whatever they're doing.
The first match of the night, we had the New Day versus the Judgment Day. This match right here is the only time the crowd was loud. The whole night, that's the only match the crowd was loud. Like, I felt like I almost forgot who was wrestling because the crowd was cheering for the Judgment Day.
This really should have been the main
event. Most definitely, I agree.
Out of everything they gave us, this definitely should have been the main event.
The
crowd, disrespect.
Mad disrespect. I hate to say, but the Judgment Day is our new Raw Tag Team Champion. Now, are they actually going to get give away title shots? Are they actually going to have a title reign? Who knows? Because the last time they was champion, they didn't do nothing with the Judgment Day with the belts.
You might as well ask, is SmackDown going to at least be watchable this week? I mean,
I have a feeling that because Liv is out with her shoulder injury.
Mm-hmm.
And let's be honest, Triple H really haven't had any new creative ideas. So, rumor has it.
At all.
That looks like they're going to try turning Liv face. Bad idea. Bad idea.
She's so good as a heel, though.
Exactly.
Anyways. Yeah, so this match was pretty good. It's literally one of the only things worth going back watching, although the standards are already pretty low for WWE viewing. So I don't know if you actually want to go back and watch it. I mean, but the energy from the crowd was really good from start to finish. And Finn Balor looked really good in this match, kicking out of stuff he ain't had no business kicking out of.
I really thought the New Day was going to win because you had Xavier Wood hit, I believe it was Finn Balor in the back with the title, and then Kofi hitting his little signature finisher, whatever he wants to call it. And for the 1, 2, 3, and Finn kicking out. Again, you would thought the Judgment Day was babyface. Because the whole story was Finn wants to take the title for Dominic. But now that Liv is out, it looks like they're about to spin the whole story around. They're probably taking Liv out of Judgment Day. Now that everyone, everyone at Judgment Day has gold. Since Liv been gone. So, I don't know. We're about to find out when she comes back in a few months.
So, I guess we get next segment backstage. Jackie Bredman had a backstage interview with Bayley.
Boring.
In a nutshell, this was nothing. Lyra comes up. They're talking about nothing. All right, we're gonna just skip.
Hold on. We're not just gonna skip Bayley and Lyra like that. Okay.
Okay,
Lyra
they were yelling at each other.
Came out and let Bayley know that I did not interfere in your match. It's just she just want to get her lick in against Becky. Okay.
And she couldn't wait till after the match.
No, she had to get her lick in right then and there because she got tired of Becky pushing her buttons. And Bayley over here trying to make it sound like Lyra is selfish. Hey, don't call Lyra selfish. She gave you 2 title shots that you did not deserve. Okay, so you just keep taking L. Let's be honest. Becky was going to beat you anyway, so Lyra did you a favor. But this was just the build up for a number 1 contender for the IC title against Becky.
Because it's personal with Lyra and Becky, according to Lyra. With Bayley and Becky, you just wanted the championship. You know what I mean? Like, that's their only personal stake in it.
So, I'm actually... if this is not going to make Lyra turn heel, then I don't know what we're doing. That's all I have to say about that.
Neither does the booker.
But we did got a quick little Goldberg video.
They showed a quick little vignette. They started with his time in WCW, and then they showed how he devolved when he went to WWE.
Devolved.
Yo, I mean, you could just see the difference. He was intense.
Mm-hmm.
He was an animal in WCW, okay? And by the time he came to WWE, he was a shell of himself. I mean, that's the best way I could put it. I mean, if you were watching WCW and obviously Raw, like, if you wasn't watching Raw back in the day, like you were just missing out, and there's no excuse for you. But if you happen to watch WCW, because most of us that actually watch both usually watch the first hour of WCW Nitro, and then we'd flip over to Raw's War because it came on like 1 hour later. So, anyways, you saw how raw Goldberg was back in the day. Okay, best entrance, best finishing move sequence, etc. Yeah, that went to Goldberg. But moving on from that, we get Chad Gable with American Made backstage, and Chad Gable's out of action, and Adam Pearce wishes Gable luck on his upcoming surgery, and Adam Pearce tries to make fun of. He's trying to
be
hint,
funny.
hint. So I guess we won't see El Grande Americano around here anymore, huh? Chad Gable that was a little punk move right there. I ain't gonna stand for that.
That's what he think. El Grande Americano, everyone, it's not Chad Gable, so stop thinking it. But this gives, actually, I like that Chad is going to be gone for a while, because this gives the Creed brothers and Ivy Nile a little more, TV time. Obviously, Ivy Nile is really good on the mic. She's comfortable talking. I like how Chad pretty much is putting Ivy in charge, because him and Ivy is right here. They're eye to eye. They see the vision. They want to go on top. They want to get rid of all these luchas, and they want to get all the gold. But what I don't like is they have Brutus look like a total idiot. Okay? He is too grown of a man to be sounding like an idiot. This is not Ed and Eddie. Okay? Give the Creed brothers some goddamn respect, because they're actually good in the ring, and let's see them build up for the tag titles.
I feel like Chad Gable provides enough comedy for the entire group.
Exactly.
Everybody else should always be serious. Like they should be like pretty much waiting for whatever Chad Gable's instructions are. Like anytime you see him, like almost like militant in a way. But obviously in a jock, Olympic wrestler type of way, where it's like obviously they're not finna do an airstrike on somebody, but at the same time, if he's like, hey, I need you to go in there and take care of business, yes, Mr. Gable, whatever,
right.
Okay, sort of how Chad Gable wants Ivy now to take care of Stephanie Vaquer, because they still got a lucha problem around here.
Like roaches. These lucha problems like roaches. I'm like, Lord. But yeah, I'm looking forward to see what they're going to do with Ivy Nile and the Creed brothers. Now, the next segment I did not care for because it was just stupid. We have Finn Balor. Basically, Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis was discussing the women's tag team titles, if Raquel should relinquish it, and then should they crown new titles. Look, bruh. Don't act like we ain't had this situation before with Bianca and Jay. When Jay was out, y'all just made Naomi jump in and defend it with Bianca. But instead, what's his name? Finn Balor gave them an idea that Roxanne should be Raquel's partner. Y'all gonna say she has to go through a whole loop going against 3 teams? What kind of crap is that?
Yeah. It don't make no sense.
No sense.
And why is a Raw team involved?
Because there's
why
only
not
one.
Evolve?
Evolve is a developmental program.
So is NXT.
NXT is no longer a developmental program. When they brought in Evolve.
Oh, come on now.
Exactly. So now NXT, a team from NXT, which is probably going to be Sol Ruka and Delta. Like, who else did they got? They got rid of Jackson Carter. I'm sorry. Not Jackson Carter.
Jakara Jackson.
Yeah,
I mean, after they wipe out
the
their women's
tag
team division, now they want to have a huge tag team match for the current women's tag team titles. But the thing is, it's like, okay, so after this, whoever wins, who y'all facing? Because there's no team.
There's no. What you got? Sol Ruka and Delta. Sol Ruka and Zarya. Maybe Izzy and Tatum. Maybe.
Man, them people staying on NXT forever.
Exactly. Then we got Piper and Alba Fire for SmackDown. Then we got B-Fab and snooze for a while. Michin I mean, and then Raw, who do we got? Who?
Man, look.
Nobody. So moving on from that, speaking of boring, we have Sheamus versus Rusev. I did not care for this match. There was no build to this match. I mean, these two haven't fought for 10 years, and then they finally came head to head. Let's just say the Fatal 4-Way, really, and then all of a sudden they got a one-on-one match. Man,
this could have been so much better. This could have been built up better. The build should have been better than the match, and neither were good, right? Because there was zero build. But the build should have really been. The build should have been good because these aren't two guys that are gonna go in there and give you a 5-star banger, right? Sheamus, I mean, they both are capable of having good matches, but with these two guys, the story should have been there. That's how you know none of this mattered.
Because the crowd didn't even care.
Yeah, the crowd. This was the perfect time to drop a deuce, or to go to the concession stand, or to buy an overpriced shirt.
That's it.
This was the perfect time.
I mean, yes, they're supposed to be two gladiators, but all I saw was boring. And the right man did win, Rusev, as a pinfall, because Sheamus said he was not tapping out today. So you're going to have to pin me, bruh. But this match was boring. I mean, there's really much not to talk about it because there was no build to it. It was just a throw together match for a quick little break for everybody to go, like you said, concession stand or whatever you got to do.
So let's make a quick break from that match and get to the next thing. Jackie Redmond had a backstage interview with American Made. That's 2 segments. Yeah. Look at them. They moving on up. On how they are planning to move forward with their leader, Chad Gable, right? Ivy now says that they have a lot of work to do. Yeah, without their leader, right? And she's going to be entering the Battle Royal at Evolution. And then we have an appearance by El Grande Americano as he walks past American Made. Jackie's looking like, yo, what? And then the American Maid's also looking like, no further comments. All right, let's get up out of here.
Yeah, let's keep it moving because
mind you, we saw Ludwig Kaiser in the background when Chad Gable was attacked by Penta the week prior.
Yeah,
and that was maybe a little 5 seconds in the background, and they fade to black, switch to commercial, something. And then we get El Grande Americano walking by, looking a little taller this week.
And skinnier.
Looking a little thinner this week.
Oh my gosh.
Looking like Kaiser this week.
I don't know how I feel about this. Because I really did love Kaiser with Gunther. And now they separated Gunther and Kaiser. And I don't know if this is supposed to be a downgrade for Ludwig Kaiser or maybe a good thing. Because, when Chad was El Grande Americano, he was basically getting dubs. WWWs, just straight dubs. And now that they have Kaiser in it, so it's like, this is what we come down to? Can he even be a lucha?
The thing is, he could make it interesting. Because he's good actor, right?
Yeah.
He's good at acting. He could make it interesting. The problem is, y'all couldn't come up with nothing besides this for him. Because what if Chad Gable never got injured? Then what?
I wonder if this is Chad Gable's idea, too.
I'm sure.
To give him something.
Yeah. I wouldn't doubt it. Hey, why stop the momentum, right? We can keep this thing going. Just have somebody, it's a lucha mask, right?
Right, yeah.
Anyways,
we'll just have to see till next week if El Grande Americano, Ludwig Kaiser, is going to debut on Monday. And we also had Jackie Redmond run into Sami Zayn, and Sami Zayn had no chance to get any words out because Karrion Kross said, tell the truth. Look, I love that Karrion Kross attacks Sami Zayn because now we can continue that rivalry. What I don't like is when he keeps...
Say it.
Just say it.
Say it.
Say it.
Say what?
Bruh.
And then once he says it, then what?
Exactly.
What are we doing?
I mean, I would like it better if he's like, I'm going to bring the dark side out of you.
You know what?
I'm going to make you a better person.
Said it better.
I just want to hear you say it.
I want to hear you say it. I mean, come on. Anyways, all right. So yeah, that happened. Karrion Kross attacked Sami Zayn backstage with a lead pipe, and we find out that Charles Robinson will be appearing on the Raw Recap podcast this week. Wow.
Who cares?
You know, the guy that got pounced by John Cena when he was running down to the ring at Night of Champions.
Moving
yeah, that guy.
on. We have Adam Pearce and Nick Gauntlet. We're just gonna skip, ran through this. This pretty much gonna be a battle royal and WWE Women's Evolution. To announce the winner will go on to the championship match at Clash in Paris. All right,
so excited.
Are we only gonna have 3 matches in Evolution? So you got the Battle Royal.
What they're gonna do is give you a bunch of nothing matches to fill it in, or
they're
just gonna have 5 matches.
We got already 3. So we got the Battle Royal. We have JC Jane versus Jordan Grace, and now we got Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky. I mean, that's pretty much it.
They're gonna have 5 matches total, at least.
Oh yeah,
that's what they normally do.
I believe we also have the women's tag team titles on us, so that's 4.
Boom, 4.
So that's it.
That may just be.
Yeah, we might have Julia.
Coming, so
Julia, I forgot we have another woman. All right, so basically this evolution's already looking like who cares at this point. Then we had a quick little segment with Gunther, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and LA Knight.
Yeah.
Segment. Pretty much Gunther is, who cares, Gunther? Ain't nobody care about you going against Goldberg.
Gunther comes out, he says the exact same thing that he says every single week.
We get it. You're not impressed by Goldberg. He's 58. I mean, honestly, we're trying to figure out why you wrestle him at Saturday Night Main Event at this point. But I mean, it is what it is. So, but what I do like is basically Seth Rollins is letting Gunther know no matter what, just remember to watch your back and your front and your sides because he has the money in the bank contract. He can cash in at any time, bruh. But he forgot one thing. Seth Rollins forgot. He just made a few enemies. We had CM Punk trying to come out to attack Seth Rollins because he did not forgive him what he did by costing him the championship against John Cena. I never seen Seth Rollins win so fast to the audience in my life. But he has another enemy. LA Knight was right behind him with a little cup of popcorn because he liked the show that he was watching. So now we got LA Knight versus Seth Rollins for Saturday Night Main Event. What?
This segment was kind of funny, and yeah, it was. You can see those little times where they try and take risks. They try and do a little something different to make it look like this episode was wild. This episode was not wild. This episode was tame. Okay? Look at the main event. We'll get to it. But this episode was pretty tame.
I would say one thing I didn't like about this segment is how they made Gunther look like a little punk.
He's an afterthought. He's just holding that title for the next person.
What the freak are we doing? Gunther was the IC champion for 666 days. Okay? He destroyed anyone in his way. Then he was a champion for almost a year. Then y'all took it off him for whatever reason. Just give Jey Uso a chance to bored us to death. And now we have Gunther trying to calm CM Punk down, and then CM Punk pushed Gunther like he was he just got bullied to the ground, and Gunther didn't do nothing about it. What is this, Gunther, the Punk champion now?
Yes.
What the freak
He's the guy
are we
that
doing?
tapped out in 5 seconds at WrestleMania.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Tapped out to Jey Uso, who only got 3 moves. Then he got pushed by CM Punk, who's always getting injured when you breathe on him. And what happened to the Destructor, the Ring General?
Well, he's too busy about to beat a senior citizen. Okay?
Lord, you know what? I don't even want to go further in this segment because the more I talk about it, the more I get mad because they have no respect for Gunther anymore. I mean, Gunther should have got up, clothesline CM Punk, and then powerbomb and then make him pass out.
So wait a
That's
minute.
what Gunther should have did.
Yeah, your expectations was way too high.
All right,
because
apparently,
I'm gonna tell you, remember the build up to WrestleMania with Jay and Gunther?
That was garbage.
It was supposed to be 10 weeks of hell or
10
whatever.
10 weeks of boring.
And all he did was put him in a sleeper hold. like for a few different episodes of Raw, and then that was it.
And the only time he gave him hell is when he attacked Jimmy Uso. That's it. Lord, I swear to God, if y'all don't make Gunther be this vicious champion,
He's not.
Because
He's not.
Moving on from this garbage disappointment segment, we have Raquel pretty much is fed up of Finn Balor and his BS trying to replace Liv Morgan with Roxanne Perez. Like, bruh, what are you doing? Like, are you trying to replace my sister for little teeny Roxanne? Like, I get that they really are trying to push Liv as a face. I don't know why. I mean, she's getting cheered, but she's also getting boos. I don't need babyface Liv Morgan. I love this heel Liv Morgan. Okay.
Well, hopefully it could be who did it better as far as like a heel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just because they're trying to push Liv out or replace her or whatever they're doing, right? Doesn't mean Liv has to be good.
Right.
She's just got to be worse than them. And I feel like that's the perfect opportunity for it if that's the direction they're going.
We'll just have to.
If that's not the direction that they're going, then it's going to be a huge waste of time.
Well, here's another waste of time. Roxanne Perez says she will do anything for the Judgment Day. As she looks at Dominic Mysterio with those luscious looking eyes.
I thought they were going to put a whole black screen in front of the, like, I didn't know where that was going.
Yes.
The way she was like basically almost surrounded by the men in the Judgment Day. And little short Roxanne talking about, I'll do anything for the Judgment Day.
With her big brown eyes.
You got all these dudes looking down at Roxanne.
Anything for the Judgment Day. To the point she's putting her career on the line to go against
she
Kyrie.
Might be putting it on the line. She might not have made it out of there.
Why? Why is she going against Kyrie Sane? She done took out 2 people. 2 big. Well, Zoe Stark. I mean, not a big star, but Liv Morgan. Come on, bro. So now we got Kyrie Sane going against Roxanne Perez next Monday. Lord. Say a prayer for Roxanne.
Oh gosh, good luck.
I mean, say a prayer for her.
And then we got the Kyrie Sane.
Man, let me look. I'm not even gonna discuss the Kyrie Sane promo because first of all, she been back for almost 2 years, and now y'all want to reintroduce her. You know what?
Hey, she say she don't talk big. She fight with heart and power.
No, but power that you're doing is putting people in injury. So moving on from that, we got a match that nobody cared about: Bayley versus Lyra for the number 1 contender for the WWE Intercontinental Championship.
Hold on, pause. That was the crowd, the majority of the match.
I mean, no one cared.
That silence you heard.
I mean, this match went on forever, and the silence went on forever. I was like, are we still watching Raw tonight? Like, it was so quiet. I forgot we was even watching Raw. Like, I was like, is the TV off or anything? I mean, these ladies did try to put on a banger, but nobody, I said tried. Nobody cared about Bayley versus Lyra because, again, this wasn't, look, the only time they cared is when the match was disqualified. I mean, when the match was over. That was the cheer they got. The match was over. And then the ladies also did they tried fighting each other after the match. And you probably got like 3 little cheers. And they fought forever.
Honestly, if Bayley had came back sooner, this would have been better off for Lyra and Becky. Because, like, even though she interfered, like, why are they so heated towards each other, Bayley and Lyra, right?
Oh, I know. They are heated because Lyra interfered with Bayley's
I get
match
all that.
last week.
I get all that. But what I'm saying is, like, you would think that the way these two are going at it, that it's more personal than Becky and Lyra.
Well, yeah.
It didn't take no time for them two to come to blows.
Because Lyra has been reaching out to Bayley since WrestleMania.
Right, and she didn't return her calls.
Never returned her calls. And then I guess she was trying to reach out to her over the weekend. And she's like, oh, you won't return my calls, but you have time to do an interview to talk behind my back. Man, I thought Lyra was about to throw some blows right there. Like, babe, how you going to talk behind me?
I don't know who looks worse in that situation. Bayley for not picking up the phone or Lyra for continuing to call and not taking the hint.
That's why we need to heal Lyra. Like she's about to explode. Like you know what? Enough
Well,
of this.
explode already. Make it interesting.
But she
Why does
gon-
it always take 4 weeks for something to happen?
Look, it's gonna explode. But we're just gonna have to wait another 4 or 5 weeks before that happens.
And by the time it happens, we're not gonna even care anymore.
Period. But of course, we got a net man. Jackie was busy.
Jackie was busy. She was earning every bit of that shit.
She had another backstage interview with CM Punk.
She didn't go to Saudi, did she?
No.
That's
why she.
Yeah, she getting that OT right now.
And pretty much letting him know that Punk says that Seth Rollins' knees hasn't been working that well.
Basically,
in the years.
that Joker was like the Flash tonight.
My boy,
when he was running through that building.
I know. He said he never sees Seth ran away. So, Seth Rollins, are you faking your knee injuries? I'm just saying, because, I mean, you blink, he was already with the crowd. But, of course, we have LA Knight and CM Punk had a little, face-to-face. LA Knight say, look, your business is not my business, but Seth is my business because he interfered in my business. So, whatever you got to say, Punk, I don't want to hear it before I put you on the shelf again. I mean, put you on a shelf like everybody else had. Let's be honest, Punk. You are one step out the door. Okay, don't mess with LA Knight. But I'm pretty sure LA Knight's coming to Raw when the draft starts.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, he adds a little something. Besides everything that the Judgment Day did, right, and obviously including the New Day and that tag match, the little smidget, the little sample that we got of LA Knight and CM Punk, I kind of want to see some more of that.
Me too.
Can I have some more of that? And can we go in front of a live audience in the ring and have some more of that, please?
Man, LA Knight will eat CM Punk on the mic.
I just want to see the back and forth.
Me too.
I love a good back and forth, and we almost never get it. That does not count with Rhea and Io because that was stupid. The whole thing was stupid. Anyways, can we get that back and forth between LA Knight and CM Punk, please? Thank you. And can we get that for, I don't know, like 2 or 3 weeks? And then can we get them throwing bowls and whatnot?
I mean, it was funny.
Can we get something to remember for the next pay-per-view, please? Thank you.
Because LA Knight pretty much stopped CM Punk in this guy time. I don't know why you coming at me all hot and heavy, but he's letting him know you got Seth Rollins for 6 days in a week, and he just need this one. So the line starts off with him. You know what, LA Knight? I'm with you on that one because CM Punk had all weekend to get Seth Rollins. You decided to wait till Monday. So, bruh, your time gonna have to wait until LA Knight's done with Seth Rollins. But, I mean, I do need more CM Punk and LA Knight. I feel like those two are gonna have a really good storyline when that comes. And then we get the main event that should never happen. Sami Zayn and Penta versus Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed with Paul Heyman.
You know what I would have liked? Going back to the CM Punk. Look, this. I don't care about this main event. Yo, if we could get continue getting babyface CM Punk, and he don't have to be heel, but I just need a real arrogant LA Knight. And I need it to come across like the old guard versus the new flavor of the week or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, you dropped your little pipe bomb and blah, blah. Like, I need LA Knight to have that shining moment in his WWE career. Like, and I need it to happen against Punk. Really, anybody like John Cena or somebody big, right? Not these throwaway segments that he's been having with like Carmelo Hayes and everybody else.
Like I said, we'll just have to wait till we cross that bridge. But the main event,
and going back to CM
my
Punk.
God, we're going to this main event. God dog it. Okay, this main event was a nothing match.
This main event sucked.
Then we had the Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed and Sami Zayn and Penta, and this match was a new cares match because, like I said, the only time the crowd was loud was when Finn Balor and JD McDonough versus the New Day. When it came to this, the crowd could not wait till this match was over because we got Jey Uso in the end, saving the day to able to take out Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed. I am so tired of making Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed look so weak. I was actually surprised that they beat Penta and Sami Zayn.
I wish they had house match, like the house shows and stuff. I wish they were still doing those like as much as they were before, because you can always tell when people need more reps. And there was a lot of hesitation, a lot of
I think from Penta mostly.
would be botches in the match.
Yeah.
It was usually between Penta and Braun Breaker,
Yeah.
honestly. And there might have been like miscommunication there or whatever. I don't know, because Braun doesn't wrestle that much. You know what I mean? And they don't really do house shows much, if at all. Nope. But I don't know, man. It's just like you could tell that the reps are just not there.
Well, like I said, this match was a nothing match. I mean, this should have been what a New Day match was, and a New Day should have been the main event. But you know, we had a couple of DDTs, some sacrifices, Braun Breaker trying to break people's back off of the commentator table, and Penta always making me cringe, and Sami make me cringe when they try to, you know, suicide dive or flip off the ropes or whatever they do. On a
live dive.
Man, it's called cringe. I'd be so scared when I see wrestlers do that, because, you know, you have to trust the person to catch you, and you have to make sure you don't flip too far either. Oh my gosh, I hate those kind of moves. But of course, the Bronze for the win. And of course, they attacked Sami Zayn and them, and then, you know, the Yeet Man came out and tried to save him. I don't know.
Standard beatdown brawl type of thing. It was boring. Like,
There's nothing.
You got Paul Heyman with Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker in the aisleway, and Paul Heyman, obviously, he's on the phone and he's talking to Seth like, oh, Seth's not gonna like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's okay. We're just gonna rinse and repeat what we did with Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns. Really? This guy's the head of creative. And he's giving us just recycled, just nonsense. It does not match. The things that he's doing, like with the Seth Riders, it does not match what Roman Reigns did with the Bloodline.
Not even close.
Like, there should have been a different approach to this group. But that's a whole nother video, and maybe we should talk about that in a separate video. I don't know. Y'all should let us know below in the comment section. And if you have made it this far in the video, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And turn on that notification bell so you'll know when we go live or when we drop a new video, because we're always dropping and we're always living. So until next time, catch you later.
The Wrestling Bubble Tea WB.